I wanted to understand your take on state of advertising in India. So when I think about this, I feel like I'm just trying to understand like when it comes to creating ads, how do you think India as a whole is doing? Like when I think about advertisements, my mind generally goes to the cred ads. I enjoyed those ads. I thought they were creative. I thought they were nice. I thought they were different. Um, that's the only thing I can think of. The other thing I can think of is those that men is different campaign. Um,
Which one was that?
"चाह किया," that
Men
that
will be men. Imperial Blue. Yeah,
men will be men. Sorry, men will be men campaign.
uh,
I'm thinking of
I know.
specific campaigns,
I get what you're
but
coming from.
yeah,
Very
but
less
could you
memorable
maybe?
stuff. So see, the thing is, see, advertising is commercial art, right? So the objective of advertising is not to make you laugh. The objective of advertising is to sell, right? The product that they're using. If you look at a lot of FMCG advertising, FMCG companies have the maximum budgets basically, 500, 600 CR a year basically just on advertising because they are selling commodities. Let's say, Kalko, if I give you a blind test of Pepsi and Coke, it will be difficult for you to figure out. Or if suppose I take out two moisturizers, Ponds and Vaseline, and put it there on the table without the labels, it will be very difficult to figure out it's the Ponds cream or some other cream. So that's where marketing helps a lot. So that's where these guys spend a lot of money in marketing their commodities, and these guys, you will not find them employing creative advertising. You will always see the same Dettol ad, which has a mother and a sick kid, and there's a 99.9% kitanu ko mare. It's not the fact that these guys don't want to be creative. I was that person. I was a brand manager as well. I was managing Durex, and so the thing is, it was for us. The pressure was that, yeah, I don't want claps from the audience. I want them to buy the product after seeing the ad, right? And so what happens usually is that then you see that what has worked in the past. Let's say if a particular ad that has worked in the past that has led to a lot of sales, then I'll just copy that. I don't need to reinvent stuff. If suppose a ad where you show a sick kid come to their mother and mother giving them the Lifebuoy soap to just take a bath, and all the kitanu gets killed, and that has worked to sell millions of packets of Lifebuoy, and I'll make the same ad now as well. So
I'm
there's
so
very
sorry.
limited.
So implicitly, I feel like you're saying there is not necessarily a correlation between an ad being extremely funny or good
Yeah,
and then sales.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So the whole idea is that it should be, it should just tell one thing basically. It's that what the product does, and there are like three things to it. I'll just, break down an ad for you. So there are three things basically. One is the insight, the human insight. The second is the promise of the product, right? And the third is the RTB, reason to believe. So what is insight? Human insight is something that you nod your head on. Yeah, yeah, this is true. Let's say, if I deconstruct a Dettol ad, they say during the rains when kids play outside, they tend to get sick. This is an insight. Any mother who's seeing that ad will agree that, yeah, this happens, right? Or kids get dirty outside, there'll be germs outside. This is the insight. Second bit is the product benefit, basically saying that Dettol kills 99.9% germs. That is the promise. So germs, kids play in the play outside, they come back with germs. Dettol kills those germs. This is, third is RTB. RTB is reason to believe. Now you have told me that it kills germs, but why should I trust you? Right? Then they have this IMA Dora Pramanit, that Indian Medical Association has said that or they'll say 9 out of 10 dentists have proposed this, or they'll say world's number one this. So what happens is that either they try to, focus on experts, that okay, experts have said this is the best, or they say a large population has said this is the best. That's world number one. So people want to have some proof, right? Okay, that okay, the experts have proved this is true, or a large audience has proved this is true. India's number one or India's best. You'll see how they always put that in the end, right? When they have told the insight, the benefit of the product, and then the RTP. This formula was done by PNG in the 1928 20s, and this has been basically in operation since then. 100 years have passed. This has sold billions of dollars of products, this formula. And still, I mean, now when you see an ad, right, you'll try to see that if suppose it fits in these three or not. Apple is a logo. Apple is so such a great brand that in the end, if just they put the Apple logo, that's the RTB. But okay, Apple I know is a symbol of trust. Basically, the if it's an Apple product, that means I don't need a expert or a dentist or anyone to prove, right? So that's how any ad is made. And this formula has sold billions of dollars of products. So why would I need to change this? Now, when you say Cred is an interesting ad, right? It What it did was basically told you that okay, Cred is a brand. I need to go search on Google App Store and see what it does. It still doesn't tell you what it does. It doesn't. It never told you that it pays credit card bills. It says you'll get rewards and benefits mostly, or Cred bounty. You'll get benefits. So it always says that there is some benefits you are missing out on if you're not using Cred, and that's where it pushes you to download the app and everything. But the FMCG model is a different model. They have an insight. Okay, Credit doesn't have an insight. It always, I mean, it has broken the rules of advertising as such. They would say that they've just gone in to say that okay, I will put out something very interesting, content basically. Let's say Rahul Dravid being really angry. So that is a content, pure play content, which will make anyone interested. They'll see it, and then we'll slip in our message saying cred pe jao, then you get discounts and rewards by paying credit card bills. That is a message they are trying to incorporate, and they'll spend a lot of money, put it on IPL, this that everywhere, so that you see it, right? And you'll at least go and check the app once. But how much has that worked? uh, is the product, I mean, what is the problem that the product is solving in your life? It is a small problem. I mean, basically it is, you used to pay the bills earlier as well. Now you're still paying the bills through a different app, but on top of that you're getting some rewards, and this reward you didn't ask for. This is something extra that you're getting, right? So but if you're, I mean, accustomed to getting extra every month, then it ceases to become extra. It becomes something mundane. Then you'll say, what more do you have? And and worst thing is that when the value of those rewards starts depreciating, you have an entitlement कि यार last time तुमने मेरे को 20 रुपए दिया था, this time you're giving me just 3 rupees. That means this is not good, this is cheating. So and it's a different discussion altogether. But advertising basically is this, that which I believe in, that these three elements should be there for or an ad to sell. Yeah,
I think they made the. I don't know if it's an unconventional choice, but I think they roped in Tanmay but to do those ads instead of
yeah, yeah,
using
yeah,
going with a regular advertising agency, right?
yeah.
Um, I thought that was a brave call. Was that a
Yeah, yeah,
how?
it's good. It's good. See, the thing is, there's a lot of clutter, of course. Now, when I say this formula, right, if everybody else is using the same formula, then it becomes cluttering, right? When you need something just which breaks the rules, and when it breaks the rules, it gets noticed as well. They use celebrities really well. They got celebrities, they got everyone basically, and it was exciting because those were mimetic celebrities. Rahul Dravid being angry. I mean, Rahul Dravid is a wall. It's a calm god. Then suddenly he becomes angry. That becomes like, okay, this is something different. So it captures my attention basically, and that's where I think it makes a lot of sense to do it. But then, what is the end benefit? They only know. How much is it helping the brand? How much is it helping the product? But FMCG people who have done it for like hundreds of years, 100 years at least, are following the formula that I told you about.
Right. So, I mean, in that sense, they're breaking the expectation of us imagining Rahul Dravid to always be calm. But,
Yeah,
in this situation, so that's breaking our expectations of how Rahul Dravid kind of behaves.
yeah,
Right. Um, Also, curious about, I think Tesla also kind of breaks your, I mean, these models. No? I mean, they don't do any advertising as of
yeah.
yet. I think Elon's recently announced that he will start advertising,
Mhm.
but even they don't do a lot
Yeah,
of, but they built, I would say they've built an extremely strong brand, at least in my opinion.
yeah, absolutely. See, ultimately, it's the product only, right? Marketing, advertising is just to tell people that there is something that exists, and let's check it out. But in this world where everybody is connected, information travels really fast. If suppose you find a great deal somewhere, a great product, you'll talk to your friend about it. The friend will talk to someone else, and everybody is so connected these days that the from or information or a good thing to travel from 1 to 1 million is literally a minute now. If suppose something happens somewhere and you tweet about it or you post it on Instagram and it suddenly it's very exciting or it's something out of the ordinary, it travels really fast. So the whole idea is that if the product is that damn good, which is clutter breaking itself, then they won't need much of advertising. But when you're selling commodities, let's say when have the moisturizer out of the pack and put it on the table, and I'll tell you, tell me which brand this moisturizer is from, you'll be it will be very difficult for you to tell. Is it Ponds? Is it Vaseline? Is it whatever other brand that is there? So when you're selling commodities, it's very difficult for you to not advertise. Then you have to advertise actually.